Okay, well, we all know there's two options. If you win the dream car on BOTB, then you can either take the car and whatever extra money you've paid for, or you can take the cash alternative. Now, of course, you've noticed that the cash alternative is always less than the price of the car, and that's because of the VAT. Let me explain what I mean. BOTB, being a company with a high money turnover, high cash turnover, is going to be registered for VAT. So that means that if they buy a car for £100,000, they can claim 20% of the VAT back. Well, all the VAT back, which is 20%. So they're only going to be paying £80,000 for a £100,000 car. Hang on, let's find an example here. Where's the RS6? Right, here's the RS6. This is very popular. A lot of people like to play for this. A cracking car, mine. I'd love one of these. I never play for it though. But if you look at this, the retail price is 100,750 quid. So take 20% VAT off, and it's going to be 81,000-ish. So for the sake of this discussion, let's call it £100,000, and the cash alternative £80,000. So the thing is, of the two choices you've got, either take the cash or the car, you could create a third option for yourself. And what I mean by that is, you could take the car and keep it for the first year, because if you've slid the slider up and you've paid your £1.50 to win £50,000 as well, then they'll pay for your fuel for a year. I think they pay for your insurance for a year anyway, and the car will be taxed as part of the initial sort of price. That would be included as the on-the-road price. So the third option is, what you could do is you could take 50,000 plus the £100,000 car, run it for a year, basically cost free, because these things only do about 17, 18 to the gallon. So you wouldn't be paying fuel for a year, because they'll cover that. You wouldn't pay insurance. Servicing is covered as well. So you're basically blasting around the countryside in a brand new Audi RS6 Avant, driving like a maniac everywhere you want to for a year, and then you could sell that car for the £80,000 that you would have had in the first place. So basically, you're still getting the £80,000, but before you get it, you're having the use of an RS6 for a year, a brand new one. Let me show you what I mean. Now, if you go into this money calculator website, now you can see I've already put in Audi RS6 Avant, £100,000 value, time kept, 1 year. It was brand new when I purchased it, and I'm going to do 12,000 miles a year, because it's 1,000 miles a month in the first year, and you're going to have the life out of it. So let's have a look at the depreciation. See, this is exceptional because of the type of car it is. Not all cars would do this, but according to this, the final vehicle value after a year would be 92,000. And you'd expect to buy one on a forecourt at 94.5. But even if this was out, even if this was, after 12 months it was worth 85,000, that's still £5,000 more than the cash you would have taken. So that's what your third option is. So if your option is £100,000 car plus 50 grand, or take 80 grand cash plus the 50 grand, you could make this third option and take the car and the 50 grand, use the car for a year, cost free, tour the country in it, hammer the life out of it, and then sell it a year later, and still probably have more than the 80 grand that you would have taken in the first place. Not all cars, but that wouldn't happen to all cars. But you try shopping around for an Audi RS6, they hold their price incredible. Because another one that holds their price is the Volkswagen camper van, the 6.1 California Ocean. These things, look at this, retail price 76, cash alternative 61. If you shop around for one of these, you'll find them 2 years old as still anywhere between 65 and 75 grand. So you could have one of these, run it cost free for a year, tour the countryside, Europe, wherever you wanted to go, take the family out every weekend, then sell it for a year later and still get more than you would have had as a cash alternative. It's an option. Not everybody's going to want to do it, but I'm just saying it's it's another option. Anyway, I gotta go. Gotta get some clean clothes laid out, ready for Christian to call tomorrow morning. He must be due by now.